Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock. Happy Monday to you all. So guys, I'm traveling. So I have my GPS on, so I apologize if you start getting all these notifications from my GPS. But hopefully you don't. But anyway, so I wanted to chat with you guys on this Monday about going back to your original plan. Now, I've experienced this for the last couple of weeks. So I wanted to, I'm sorry, that's my email. So I wanted to chat with you guys, just trying to see if there's anybody else who's going through this or if this can be helpful to someone else. Okay, so there's times when God shows you things where he wants you to go, or even if it's something that you yourself just kind of have an eye on. Let it be let's say a house or a car or whatever. So either God has given you that vision, or if it's something that you prayed about yourself and asked God to bless it. So the thing about it is, when we ask for things, as I always say, sometimes we assume it will just drop into our lap. Like, we don't realize that, yes, these things are available to you. Let it be if it's something that you asked for, or if it's something that God gave you a vision to attain. Regardless, there's going to be some things that requires you to sacrifice. You have to put the work in. It's just not going to drop into your lap. I don't care how close it seems, how real it was in the vision, how many confirmations that you receive from God, from the Holy Spirit, that it is yours. Yes, it is. It is yours. But you have to sacrifice. You got to put that work in. You got to pay the cost. And I think, for many reasons, that's why you have more people who are more successful. Who are not successful in achieving their goals. And that's why that pathway is more narrow than broad when it comes down to successful individuals. And when I say success, I don't mean money, because in my opinion, success is not about money. It's about being able to bring everything into fruition that God has placed in your spirit, in your assignment here on earth. Meaning, no matter how difficult your assignment has been, the will in your life that God has for your journey. As difficult as that journey is, you will fight, you will sacrifice, you will pay the cost at whatever cost to see that vision come to pass, to do everything that it is that God has assigned you to complete. You will complete all of your tasks. To me, that is success. And it doesn't matter if it's a big stage or if it's a small stage. Whatever it is, if God has required you to be a janitor of a school, right? God may have, if God required it, then there's a bigger purpose. Meaning, there are going to be some individuals in that school whose life that you change. Let it be the words that you share with the students. Let it be a certain teacher that may need encouragement because they're going through a divorce, or because they're going through really, really hard times. And here you think you're just pushing them up. Satan will try to play up in your head and make you think that, you're just a janitor. You're just a janitor. Listen, don't you worry about any title, honey. This is just life. Like, this is just, like, this little mediocre stuff doesn't matter. You have to seek the bigger purpose, because there's a bigger purpose in everything. And that's why I think the spirit of jealousy, is so rampant, because you got people looking at other individuals thinking because they have more money, or thinking because they have a bigger house, or thinking because they have a bigger audience that they're more successful than you. No, that is not success. Success is when you can touch people's lives every day, regardless if you're pushing a mop at a school and touching people, or if you're on the stage touching 10 million people. As long as you achieve the goal that God has set. out for you. So going back to my original, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I probably sound a little tired, but I really wanted to make this recording because when I mastered it this morning, I was like, Satan, you are so tricky. So let me get back to the original topic. I'm sorry, guys. So there is something that you have your mind set on, right? And so the closer it gets, again, you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to pay the cost. You're going to have to whatever sacrifice. but but the closer the breakthrough, right, the more difficult it will become. And what I realize, what Satan will start doing in certain circumstances is this: he will start to play with your psyche. So that one thing that you wanted, or that one thing that God's shown you, you will start to question yourself, like, was it really this one, or should I get this one? Should I look at this one, or should I, this one might be too expensive, I won't be able to afford it. I think I'll settle for this one. No, I'm going to try this one. And before you know it, that one thing that your thought was so firmly planted is now something in chaos. You're overwhelmed now because it's like, oh my God, now I don't even know which one I want. Let it be a house, a car, whatever, person, whatever. Like, I don't even, so now you can't even think clearly. So you're out here spinning your wheels, trying to figure out which one do I want? Which one is what? Like, nothing's making sense. I don't even like it as much as I thought I liked it. And this one is a knockoff and all that stuff, right? And what I realized this morning is that it's the trick of the enemy to keep you from the original plan, from your original goal, from your original desire. So you get so entangled in chaos that you lose sight of the very exact thing that you prayed for, the very exact thing that you asked for, the very exact thing that was a vision of yours. So it's like now you're kind of ready to settle for second best. I'll just take this one because the other one is getting to be too difficult. I'll take this one because the other one have too much red tape. I'll take this one because it seems less stressful. I'll take this one and I'll only stay with it for a couple of months, even though I don't want to, and then I'll just figure out what to do 6 months from now. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. You go back to your original plan. You go back to that very first thing. You may have, some time may have passed, so you may have to sit down and really dissect and dig back up into, when it was you saw that vision, when it was you asked for that thing, and that initial answer that God told you, that initial confirmation. Go back to that. Go back to the first one. Go back to the first thing. Everything else is a trick of the enemy. Everything else is to deter you from the original plan. That original plan is where your blessings will unfold. Satan knows that. So he's trying to give you second best. Don't give me no second best. I want what God said is mine. If I gotta fight for it, if I gotta sacrifice for it, if I gotta pay the cost, whatever it may be. And most times that cost is a very expensive cost. Most times that cost is going to be many times for you to be the one to break generational curses, to die out to your old self and change some certain things. Whatever it is that God is convicting you to do is different for everyone. So, I'm sorry, a freaking one of these 18-wheelers tires was in the road. So, whatever that cost is going to be for you is going to be an expensive cost, especially if you're asking for a large blessing. And it doesn't even have to be a blessing that you solely want. It can be, a call that God has on your life. And you didn't even ask for the call, but you're called. So regardless if you want it or not, you're called to it. So that's not going to make your sacrifice any less painful. Sacrifice is painful because you're killing the flesh, or you're attempting to kill the flesh. You're going to fail many times. Yes, you will. But you pick up and you keep going. You pick up and you keep going. You fight. It's like a street fight. I always say that. It's like a street fight. So anyway, yeah, I got to get back to being focused on this road. But I just wanted to let you guys know, if your mind is teetering back and forth on a something, a person, place, a thing, a blessing that you asked for, a vision, and now it's like everything is in chaos 6 months later, a year later, whatever, how many months or days later, tap back into the original time where you received your confirmation and go back to that original thing, that original person, that original place. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.